Alrighty, this is my response to Briana Lucas's 2 minute debate. Now, Briana, you bring up a lot of good points. I honestly agree with pretty much everything that you said, other than the Supreme Court justices should have term limits. And I know that was kind of like the whole point of what you were saying. But when we started this course, I would have completely agreed with that statement. And you bring up some great points on why they should have great term limits. But I think we need to look at it at a different approach and hold justices just more accountable. Because you bring up a really good point, like that there are justices that have been there for a really long time and they really don't understand the economy today. But I think that we can hold them accountable to understand that economy, and this experience that they have, we can look at it as a positive thing. They do have a great amount of experience, but we really need to just make sure that they are listening to the public, maintaining fairness, maintaining legitimacy, and not favoring what they would have favored whenever they became Supreme Court justices. That they are, working in the moment, being fair in the moment. But yeah, there really needs to be some greater accountability measures. Like thinking Clarence Thomas, he was accepting gifts from this Republican Harold Ward, I think is his name. But he accepted like several trips to Bali in Indonesia with this guy. Didn't even disclose it. Did not even disclose that. And his argument was that it was because it was hospitality. But I would still consider that a gift or an act of bribery almost. That's just one example, but there clearly just seems to lack true accountability within the Supreme Court, and I think that that's really the issue, is that we need to hold them accountable, and when misconduct happens, they need to be held liable and eventually taken out of their positions if they continue to make immoral or unethical decisions against their duty, I guess. But their experience, I think, can be really, really useful. And I just think if we were constantly changing Supreme Court justices, that cases would get overturned, like when Roe v. Wade was overturned, which I think is wrong, but that's a whole other debate, that case was overturned. I think that that's wrong that it was overturned. But I think that we would see that a lot more if we were constantly going through Supreme Court justices. We would, like Biden would elect he would have elected all of these Supreme Court justices, and then by the time Trump came into office, he would have got rid of them all, and they would have undone everything that Biden did. And then the next president, let's say it's Kamala Harris, she's going to go in and basically try to undo everything that Trump did. And I just think that we're going to have this more of an issue if we did have term limits than them being appointed for life. That's just part of the system, and I honestly think that we need to maintain these appointments for life, but they really need to be held accountable, highly, highly accountable.